Welcome back to the channel, Manny B Investing in BI. And in this video, we are going to chat about liquidity pool providing with Orion Protocol. So, Paribus posted this a couple days ago. Join the Orion liquidity pool and receive PBX rewards. Current APR is set at 94.57%. Additionally, the reward period is now extended for 1 additional month. All right, so people are constantly, like, the number one question I get is, can you stake PBX? Is there anything you can do with the coin right now? Is there a use case? Currently, there's no use case. Soon there will be a use case. And I'm talking about with the MVP, but you can liquidity pool, provide, or farm with Orion using PBX and USDT or Tether, which is a stable coin as a pair. You can do that with Orion on Ethereum blockchain. The fees are, the fees are what the fees are. No way around that. So someone said, I noticed recently the bump in rewards. My calculation said it wasn't a good value with impermanent loss at 62%, because that's what the APR was. It was 62%. I'm going to recalculate and see if this is a good deal. And someone said, by all means, do share your findings. I'll make a video on my channel. People are looking forward to that, because that's a really big topic, is liquidity pool providing. I may have to spend a little money and show the community how it works. PBX is worth it, though. Yes, I haven't done it before, so that'll be good. So talk to 2 different people who have staked with Orion, and given the movement in the price on PBX, it's not been great. One guy lost almost 10K tokens in exchange for USDT. I've been trying to read upon it. This permanent loss thing, it's impermanent, unless you pull your coins, then it would be permanent. But is it really that common? That's insane. Yes, I got a document made up with some samples for PBX. I'll explain it. All right, so, and people are asking, like, how do you do it? And they give you like Orion resources, and Orion does a good job of like showing you how to do the thing. But the problem is they don't tell you about impermanent loss. So you go to Orion Protocol's website, Orion Terminal, trade now, or you can click the trade now button. It will pop up your MetaMask. You log in and you can add your wallet. My wallet might be in there already, maybe. My dashboard there, yeah, it's there already. So yeah, there's pools here. You can access pools. You can swap on Orion, and you can LP provide, and you can do governments staking. You can vote as well. There's like governance pools. Yeah, governance. There's like a bunch of different governance pools, like BMI, FTM, HOT, Ethereum. So you can do all kinds of different things with different protocols. Migrate and stake. So Paribus has a pool here. It's a Spotlight project. They have a partnership, and they are offering PBX to USDT pairing right here. And you have your stats. Total pooled, you got, what is that? 9.2 million tokens to about a quarter of a million USDT. So you see that they're matched 50%. So if you look at pools, so let's go back. When you're looking at pools, you'll see this thing that says wait. If there's nothing there, that means that it's a 50-50 pool. If there is a percentage there, then that means that it's off center. So it's 35% weighted in favor of one of the paired coins. So in this example, since this is ORN and ETH, like this would be an ideal pool. Like you would want to use 2 things that have good value and don't change a bunch, or if you can set up a play where, I mean, I guess you probably wouldn't be able to really set up a play per se, but say you were to say, well, I've got ORN and ETH, and I know, ORN is gonna pump, right? So you put ETH and ORN in there, and you're like, oh, ORN pumps, and then it balances, and you end up getting rewarded Ethereum for your ORN, and you get out of the pool, and you end up with more Ethereum than you went in with. So you could, if you do it carefully, make money, but it's tough, man. And then you have your reward percentage. It's going to be lower for this because that's a better deal. So when you have situations like this, usually the APR is low. If it's a bad deal, usually the APR is high. And in this case, the APRs have gone up. It's gone up like 1%. So that's what they're paying out on the week. So they're paying out ORN here on Ethereum. They're paying out ORN, like this one's 75%, but it's ORN in USDT versus ORN in ETH. So with impermanent loss, you lose when the value of the coins change. So if you have a coin that's paired to a stable coin, that's going to give you a lot of risk for impermanent loss because that coin can't move. So there's a point where you can benefit from the movement. But if you have one coin or token that doesn't move because it's stable, then you have a high risk. So your risk is really high if you're paired with a stable coin. Now your risk is really low if both coins are stable coins, because then there's no impermanent loss because the values of the tokens or coins never changes. But if the coins changes, like you're in PBX USDT, right? PBX just blasts off to the moon. What's going to happen? They're going to take your PBX and they're going to give you USDT so that you're even in value, which means you're not going to get that pump. They're going to basically steal your pump and they're going to give you USDT. They're going to give you dollars. Now, if that happened and you were with Ethereum, then you would get a bunch of Ethereum and you'd be like, wow, that was a good deal. I definitely would give up PBX for Ethereum, but you don't want to give up PBX for USDT because that's literally taking money out of your pocket unless the reward percentage is so high that you make out in the end. But how do you know that is the case? Well, that is the $1 million question. So let's just take a look at an example. Let's take this as an example. So this gentleman shared his screenshot with me, and this was back when PBX wasn't worth a ton. So he dropped some bread, he dropped some money in KuCoin and scooped up almost 70,000 PBX tokens. That's a good move. He'd be sitting really nice right now if he bought at 0.09 and he's got almost 70,000 tokens. Since it's between 27 and like 32 right now, this guy he's severely increased his profits. Like he's what? Almost 4x'd. He's almost 4x'd. So he did pretty dang good. And it's not with a coin with a market cap as low as PBX. The cash value doesn't really matter. What you want to do is you want to accumulate as many tokens as you can at this point when it's this cheap. When it's in the pennies, when it's 1 to 10 cents, and you've got a project that you believe is going to make it, you want to accumulate. Just think being able to go back and get Cardano for 10 cents. Could you imagine 10-cent Cardano? You'd load up. Okay, that's what we're doing here with PBX. We're loading up. So he said, hey man, I'm gonna stake in this liquidity pool, and I'm gonna get, whatever it was. I think at that time it was like 60%. I think it was 62%. I'm gonna get 62%. It's gonna be awesome. and he had less than 1% share in the pool. So he did his thing, right? He staked it. He signed his smart contract. He did what he's supposed to do. And he's going to sit back. He's going to kick his feet up. And he's going to come back every week. And he's just going to see tons of money, tons of PBX tokens just loading up into his MetaMask, right? Well, he comes back and he's down. He is missing a lot of PBX tokens. Like 50, like 42, 52. He almost lost 30,000 PBX tokens in this pool. And he was really upset. He was wilding out in the Telegram group. So look what happened. They took an amount of tokens, right? And they balanced it. And they took PBX and gave them USDT. So that's what I'm talking about. How you can sometimes make a play. Now imagine if PBX was paired with Ethereum and they took a bunch of PBX tokens and gave you Ethereum. You'd be happy. But because USDT is a stable coin, it's literally the digital representation of the United States dollar. You don't want that. You want more PBX in this pair. That's why farming, liquidity providing, is something that may not be for everyone. You could really get wrecked. You could really tear your position up like this guy did. And honestly, it wasn't that bad, right? Like you look at that and you're like, man, if I went from 67,000 down to 42, I'd be pissed. Yeah, you would. But I mean, it's not like he lost, like really lost money. He lost potential, or he lost gains. So you lose gains. You don't lose, like it's not like you're going to take, you're going to take the pair and you're going to lose, right? Say you put in $1,000, right? Your pairing is worth 1,000. So you got $500 worth of PBX. You got $500 worth of Tether. You're not going to lose $500 and walk away with $500 in PBX or something, or 250 in PBX and 250 in Tether. Like that's not going to happen. But you can get a bad balancing, right? So you could lose your use case token and end up with Tether, just Tether. And it's like, I don't want Tether. I want my coins. That's why I entered the pool. Well, that's why you need to pay attention and look at these pools. And I gave you a little bit of basics. I'm not going to go into impermanent loss in this video. We're going to talk about it on the next video. But I just wanted to show you an example of what can easily happen to you with impermanent loss, and why you need to just really be careful. My tip, right? I wouldn't do this with Orion in this pairing, in the current percentage, right? Now, if the percentage was like, I don't know, 200, 300, 400%, 1,000%, then I would say probably worth doing at that point. But at 100, I'm gonna hold my coins, because just me looking at the price action on PBX in the last 7 days, I'm like, this stuff can rip down and rip up at any point, and I don't want to risk losing tens of thousands of tokens to a liquidity pool. And that's just, I mean, you should feel the same way. If you have any intelligence in you, you should feel the same way. Also, dude didn't even stake his coin, so I don't even think he got rewards. Yeah, your reward rate is 0. The reward that finishes. Yeah, so this wasn't too long ago. This was like last week. But that's how quick the price can change. Like when he put this in, look what the price was. And then when he got to, this point, everything was different, and he was pissed. Everything was different. Yeah, dude didn't even like unstaked rewards. Oh, it's crazy. He did this contract, but he didn't do this contract. He probably clicked on the button and was like, what, I got to pay Ethereum fees again? I'm not doing that. And it's like, well, you're not going to get rewards. So this dude lost coins and didn't get any rewards. That's sad, man. That's why if you don't know what you're doing in finance, like in DeFi, don't touch it, man. Don't sign smart contracts if you don't know what they are. Do not do it. Don't sign smart contracts. Smart contracts can set you up for a major fail, or you can just flat out get scammed. Orion is a legitimate protocol. It's a legitimate project, so they're not gonna. It's not like a scam project. This is a legit project, and I follow them. And I do have ORN. I don't have a ton, but I do have ORN. I think it's gonna pump this bull run. So I have some for that ride. But yeah, just be careful out there. Make sure you really research and do the calculations. In the next video, I'm going to take an example pairing, and I'm going to show you like how the algorithm balances the coins and how you can really get wrecked. And yeah, we'll go from there. I personally do not believe that this pool is a good value especially for retail traders. If you are big pockets, you got, millions of PBX, and you want to really take advantage of that 100%, damn near percent that's being offered in rewards, then it may be a good deal if you have just like millions of PBX. That at that point it might be a good deal. But if you're talking like 70,000, and then you're gonna go ahead and not stake them and not get rewards on top of that, and you're just gonna sit them in a liquidity pool and just let them get balanced by a CP AMM, which is a constant product automated market maker. That is the algorithm that balances, that keeps this order. Basically, it's a smart contract that keeps these tokens in order and executes the commands or the math that balances them based on the trading that's going on with the tokens in that liquidity pool. So this is just a quick video going over what can happen, where Orion is, how you can stake or liquidity provide or farm using Orion Protocol. You connect your wallet. There'll be a button here that says connect wallet. You click on it, and then you click on pools, and you can actually search for pools by name. So if you just type in PBX here, PBX, it'll bring up all the PBX pools. There's only one. And you can do like ETH. It'll bring up all of the ETH pools. So ORN ETH, ETH USDT, like that. That would be a pool that you probably won't want to mess with. Govy ETH, that looks like a pretty cool pool. There's all kinds of stuff. Govy is a interesting token. It's a governance token for. No, it's not. Well, I think you can do governance with Govy, but it's like a volatility token, and you can swap. So you can use it as a decentralized exchange. You can swap tokens for other tokens. You can swap, ORN for USDT. You can swap ORN for PBX even. I think they have PBX on here. You just search PBX. Yep. So let's say 5 ORN will give me 1,500, and I can swap. I can do that right now because I have the Ethereum in my. Look at these fees though. Jeez Louise. Look at those fees. One ORN's 300 PBX right now. So I can just do. So I do like 50. You get about 14,000, but I'm gonna keep mine. Or you can do, they'll let you swap ETH. Yeah, you can do ETH for PBX. So you can do 0, 1. Can you? Oh, minimum. Let's do 1. A fee. These fees are crazy, man. Do 2. Yeah, 33,000. 1 ETH, 169. 169 of those things, man. Orion fee is already included in your price. You only pay the network fee. Okay, cool. Yeah, but that's Orion terminal and liquidity pool providing. In a nutshell, be careful out there, man. Be careful. You don't want to get wrecked. I don't want you to lose your PBX and you're sitting on the side of the road while we're all loading into the rocket ship. So be careful out there. Thank you for checking out the channel. And we'll see you on the next one where we will talk about more detailed impermanent loss. We'll see you on the next one.